Thank you, folks. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody, sit down, sit down, sit down. Welcome to my 5th video. If you've stuck with us for this long, then I want you to know that there's a reason why we do what we do. This is not the fancy food you're going to have at the Fontainebleau Cordon Bleu in New York at the corner of Disconnect Street and Upturn Nose Avenue. This is food we're going to cook at home. I'm still going to teach you the professional way to do it, the right way to do it. But there's a great disconnect between what you see on TV and what you can do at home. And there's a disheartening that comes with it when you can't recreate exactly what they make. You're not expected to make a bechamel and a lot of things that you don't have the experience to do. In this series, we're going to be using leftovers. We're going to be using simple comfort food. We're going to be using methods that your mom and grandmother used and that you want to teach your kids to use. We don't have convection ovens. We don't have deep fryers. We don't have a crew of 20 running around making sure that everything's chopped right and made right and edited right and put in. We don't have all that. So as we move forward, keep that in mind. This is for you. This is for you to learn to do what we do here where you are. So let's get started. Today, we're going to be making a special dish. You want me to do it again?
Nope, keep going.
Keep going? Called fried rice. It's a Cantonese Oriental dish. We're going to be making it today. It's got to be made not with a cast iron skillet, because I love that. You know that. You need a wok. You need a wok to make this with. We're going to season that and get started in a second, but just in case we don't want to make a mess, we can cook our chicken, because we're going to be making chicken fried rice as well, and our beef, because we're going to be making beef fried rice as well. And for those of you that like to add sauce to your rice, this was my birthday Christmas present this year. I want one of these for so long. Cast iron skillet, heavy, cooks well. Oh my God, this is great. And now I'm so happy. My last skillet, or my last wok broke, so I was just down to 2. Now I have 4. I'll never do another wok till I break one anyway. All right, here's our ingredients. Here's what we're going to use today. We have green onions, scallions. We're going to chop those up and put those in. These are the remnants of a past steak dinner. People in my family like to pull them out and eat them. This is chicken. Chicken from one of our little Chinese restaurants. We have, I believe this is sweet and sour, and that's a spicier chicken. We also have a regular chicken leg from somebody's chicken dinner. We have raw beef. The only reason we're using raw beef today is because we had leftovers. Somebody in my family ate it. So we're going to cook up a little bit today from raw. Over here, in one of my other videos, you probably saw me making teriyaki chicken, or chicken yakitori. This is the sauce that's left over. This is some great dipping sauce. This is unsweetened. It has a great savory flavor. This is sweetened. This is some great stuff. The longer it sits in your fridge at the right temperature, the tastier this stuff gets. We won't cook in it. We're going to use it as a topping. Over here we have a regular beef broth. We have in here, oh, my egg roll I never finished. We're going to put that off to the side and I'll finish that later. MSG. Now there's a report that came out many years ago where MSG, it was going to kill you and everybody's going to die from it and don't eat it. It's like anything else. It is a great flavoring. It is a great salt. You can taste it. It brings out the flavor of whatever you're cooking. You just have to use it in moderation, just like table salt. Nothing should be overeaten like that. We're going to use 3 eggs today. 2 whole eggs, and just one of them is going to be an egg yolk. We have some extra scallions. We're not going to chop all these up. This is another fresh ingredient that hasn't gotten eaten yet today. These right here are not onions. These are
shallots.
You have to edit that out. These are not onions. These are shallots. They look like onions. They kind of smell like onions, but we'll show you how to chop those. There's fancy ways to do it online from sideways, end to end, get the perfect chop. We don't do that in most of our houses. We're just going to chop them today. Fresh garlic. I opened this can from scratch. So you can chop your own or you can use it right out of the can. We have so much leftover rice. We love to eat out Chinese food. We bring it home, we save it, we eat it mostly, but we're going to use it up here. None of this was eaten out of. This is all fresh. In here, that was just a side of rice that somebody wanted to bring home, never ate. Right here, this was my sesame chicken. There's fried rice underneath. You can see the broccoli that's in it and the chicken pieces. They're breaded. We're going to close that back up for just a second. I have another beef sauce. This is just a beef bouillon I've made up and I've stored in the refrigerator. Now there's somebody out there on the internet will tell you vegetables are boring, not good for your rice. Most people like these. And the good thing about this, they're bite-sized. They're pre-cooked. These are left over from when I made my cheesy bake. And these are going to be great for our fried rice today. Now, I have a special place for my chopsticks. I hold them right there for mixing our eggs. And we have spoons in here somewhere. And our spoons for eating. So, that's what we're going to use today. That's what we're going to get going with. And we're going to start making our fried rice. All three. All right, here we are. We're hot. It's all ready to go. We're going to put a blurble in, my favorite. And we're going to take our beef. And we're just going to drop it in. This is our Virgin Expedition here. There we are. We're going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to use the meat like a brush and have the meat help move that oil around to season it. There we go. We don't want it to stick. We're going to turn it down a little bit. We're going to take just a pinch of our MSG. I know there are some people say add more, add more, add more. That's all we need for now. We might add more later. And the only other seasoning we're putting in there is teriyaki sauce. You can put soy. My family likes the teriyaki in this one. Oh, that sizzle. There is no better sound when you're cooking than that sizzle. Look at that, I'm using metal in a pan. Okay. I'm just going to let that cook for a minute. Now our pan is seasoned. We're going to let that cook down for 2 or 3 minutes and we'll take our next step. Now we're going to get ready and we got our pan heating up for our chicken. We're going to chop this up. This is how it's served in most Asian restaurants. But these chunks are too large. You're going to want to eat your fried rice if you put chicken in. Wow, look how much chicken we have. If you want to put your chicken in like this, you're going to want to make it bite-sized. You want everything easily to eat on your spoon. So, let me grab my cleaver. And that's all we got to do is cross-cut each piece like that. So, here we go. Let's just whip right through it. We're not worried about different flavors of chicken. And there we go. There's all of our chicken cooked up. We're going to use our cleaver to lift it with. And you probably notice I put some pieces off to the side here. These are the crunchy pieces of chicken that are delicious. We're having a fun time here. You don't want to really put much water into your rice because you don't want it to turn to mush. This is my beef broth that I've been building and adding onto for a little month or so. We're adding that right to the beef with our teriyaki. As soon as that cooks, oh, that smells delicious. Oh. And we'll turn it off, plate it up, and we'll get ready for our chicken next. We're going to add another blurble. That's my exact measurement. to this pan. We're going to use this one for chicken. Now, we're seasoning it because this is another present. If you use a flat cleaver like this, it's much easier. Oh, listen to that sizzle. That sizzle is the best sound. We can put all of our chicken in here. Then we can wipe that up in just a minute. We're going to let that cook. We're going to grab our wooden spatula and we're going to use the chicken as a brush to move that oil around, season that pan up good. Now we're not adding teriyaki. We're not adding anything else because there's plenty of flavoring from the different types of chicken that were ordered. Now, we're going to let that cook for probably 2-3 more minutes, get it nice and warmed up hot, and then we'll start making some rice. Alright, it's done now. We've let it cook properly. Look at that chicken. It smells delicious. It's got char on it. It's got brown. It's got white from the chicken meat. Oh my gosh, that looks perfect. So here we have the chicken and the beef. You don't have to have chicken or beef in your egg fried rice if you don't want to. This is what you can add yourself. We're going to make the egg fried rice now. This is all that you add to it. Alright, we're going to cut our shallot now. You can do it fancy like they do on television, or you can just chop it like you're used to chopping an onion. Here we go. We're going to cut off the tail end. Whoa, this one's kind of tough. You can see they split apart like that. Now, we're going to wash it for a second. I'm going to go over here, get that dirt off. Even though it's on the peel, we don't want it into our food. And we're just going to peel it. Real light. Cut that tail off again. Now here's the fancier way you can do it. What you want to do is slice a little bit in. Go down about a 1/16 eighth of an inch, cut a little bit more. Turn it on its side. You can cut it some more this way. If you don't have good knife skills and holding skills, don't try this at home. Then, when you do that, if you cut the same width on the side as you cut down, look how beautifully even all those pieces are. You can do that with bigger onions or easier. You don't want to use that tail end. You sometimes come out with bigger pieces, or you can set that aside. And like most of us have been brought up to do, you just cut both ends of the onion or the shallot, slice it open, peel it again, get that outer skin because it's dirty. This one's really dirty on the inside. And we're just going to cut it twice that way and cut the chunks. Once we got it down, however you like yours, you should cut these down a little bit further. You can turn them sideways, do it again. Like I say, we're not presenting this for a $27 entree dish. This is for us at home, and that's good. The way we have those is perfect. And we're going to put our shallots in, and we're going to get going. We're going to add our eggs now. 2 whole eggs, 1 egg yolk. If you want, and it's more traditional, 1 egg, 1 extra egg yolk. We have a lot of rice here though. I'm cooking it for my entire family. There's 1 egg, 2 eggs, and watch over here, we'll use this. Once you split your egg open, you can just cut off the white with your fingers. Let it flow through your fingers and cut it off on the bottom. An extra egg yolk. Now we're going to mix it. And that's what we have to use the chopsticks for. Do not mix your egg yolk with a fork or a spoon or a whisk. Chopsticks. We're going to let that sit, and we'll come right back. All right, now we're going to do the main attraction. We're going to start the rice. Again, we're going to do 1, 2 blurbles. This pan is already seasoned. This is one of my oldest pans. This is actually my oldest wok. We're going to do this in reverence of the sibling that died. That's enough. Let's get back to cooking. Turn that down to medium. We've got our egg here. Now, some of you might say, why do you use your cooking chopsticks? These were a gift from my daughter. I use them all the time. Egg right in. All right, the egg is in. Here we go. Turn the heat down to low. Stir that up. Now, I like to put my shallots in now so they cook up a bit. I like to have time to spend some time in the heat. And I'm throwing my egg everywhere, and I don't know why. So here we go. Our first batch of older rice goes right in. You can smell it's got a good aroma to it. You can smell those shallots starting to cook away there. Now we're going to add just a few more pinches of MSG. That's a good pinch. And there's a pinch for your extra. I'll cover that up. Put that down. Found some other rice. Now we're going to mix our fried rice right in there with our white. Because we're economical and we don't waste food. Now you have to break this up a little bit. The older rice just doesn't go in and separate. So you can pound on it a little bit, move it around. Yes, this is a potato masher. This is the kind of stuff that we have laying around our kitchen and we like to use. You might notice that some of the rice flies out, but that's okay. That's the rice we didn't want in the first place. There we go. Now to help with the moisture a little bit, just a little bit of the beef broth. It's not going to change the flavor, but it is going to help it stay a little moisture while we eat it. Stirring that up, mixing it around, getting that egg mixed in with it. Bertha's doing us a good job. Now I know, I don't care. At this point, if you want vegetables, add them. If you don't have to. Does not make for a boring rice. Unless you think it's boring. Garlic. We're coming up with our garlic now. Just a little. You don't need a lot. Half a spoon and a tad more. That's it. That's all you need for garlic. Unless, of course, you like garlic, add a little more. When you're cooking for yourself, you cook how you like. You like more garlic, add more garlic. You don't like the garlic, don't put the garlic in. You don't like the egg, don't put the egg in. It's all okay. It's all however you want to do it. And that started to look pretty good. We're going to let that simmer for a minute, start rewarming our chicken and our beef. All right, we're going to cut up our scallions now. The ends we don't need, but we can save them for a stock. You want to cut these as uniformly as you can. You don't need a lot. These are the leftovers from when, like I said, people like to eat them in my family, just eat them raw. We're going to save that for mixing in just a second. All right, now we're going to just finish up with our specialty however we like it. We're going to add our chicken to the same pan we were cooking chicken in. Save a little off to the side. If you want to add more or less, you can. We're going to put our beef in the same brand new birthday pan that beef was in.
Happy birthday!
And now our rice. Our rice has been sitting here for a little while, just staying warm. So, we're going to split it half and half between them. Now, if you don't like chicken, you don't like beef, you can just eat the egg fried rice by itself. If you don't like egg or any of those three, just the fried rice is fine. We're going to stir it up now. Chicken. Beef. Yep, you can hear that sizzle. Now, at this point, if you like, you can add sauces to it. You could add, if you want, sweet and sour or the yakitori sauce, more soy, whatever. But this is what you want to have. You want to just have chicken fried rice or beef fried rice. So there we have it. Let's plate it up and see what we got. All right, our chicken is now ready to go. We're going to plate that up. A little bit of green on top for decoration. There we go. Now our beef. Whoa. Well, this pan is a little heavier than I'm used to. It's a lot of cast iron right there. Beef fried rice. A little bit of scallion over the top. And there you have it. You have beef fried rice, chicken fried rice, and egg fried rice. So, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you find this delicious the same way we do. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I'll get back with you. And remember, this is Chef KenDad telling you, baking is science, but cooking is art. Have a good Christmas. Ready?
Yep.
There.
Okay. I meant hold up both of them. Oh yeah, that one's real good.
All right.
3.
All right, now we're gonna try it. I love the chicken. I love the beef too, but I also love the yakitori sauce. Now there are people out there gonna yell at me that chicken fried rice doesn't get a sauce on it, but I think it does. Mmm. Oh my gosh, that is so good. I hope you enjoy it.